Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgmo. Liverpool awful again. Istanbul hell. However, some of the players need to absolutely be held accountable over the performances they had. Arne with another one with the tactics of Verts being a left winger. But are Liverpool coming back? Yes, I'll say that. Yes, Liverpool will come back. Liverpool will be in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. That is my opinion. That's what I think. But there is a lot of skeptical Liverpool fans out there that think that Liverpool might not come back because of these awful performances by Konate, by Van Dijk today. They were absolute. Some of them were terrible, absolute performances by some of the players. Of course, we'll talk all about that. Bayern Munich slap Atalanta to actually send a message to everyone that are they the favorites to actually win this competition? Are they the favorites to win that competition? However, in the same time, Barcelona struggled big time against Newcastle. Struggled massive. On the Arsenal side, Atletico Madrid schooling Spurs, which is Spurs are Spurs. Actually, Arsenal are favorites on that side, of course. While on the other side, it's going to be a war. PSG, Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, City, Real Madrid. It's going to be an absolute war. But we're going to analyze all the performances. We're here with a small, great panel, of course. We're going to have an objective conversation about what is going on, of course. So hit that like button, guys, if you guys are here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'm going to just ask a straight question. I'm going to start with Rack. Big up everyone that joined us. Who's to blame today, players or the manager?
I mean, both take a portion of the blame, but ultimately, the manager, if you perform well, then your manager gets the plaudits overall, and if you perform badly, the manager gets the criticism. And today's performance was diabolical, and it's one in a long list of recent diabolical performances. And for Sam, I should have probably saved it for your show, but I now don't think this is going to improve. And therefore, if I don't see...
Did he think before it's going to improve?
I thought, look, I thought that what we need to do, when it became clear that we weren't going to win the league this season, what we had to do was build towards potentially doing well next season. I don't think that's a possibility. I don't see how that's going to change, and therefore Slot has to go.
I think actually for today, whether the players take more of that. I think
whether he goes now or whether he goes in the summer, that's arguably a different matter. But I don't see it getting better under Slot. So
I actually think that today the players has to take the blame. You could have won this game actually. some of the attacks that you had with Konate, with Ekitike, Salah, and Wirtz and McAllister, these players made terrible decisions. They were absolutely terrible in the final third. And Arne Slot, basically, Galatasaray. There is an echo coming from somebody. I don't know who actually. There is, like, in my opinion today. Listen, Galatasaray wanted to play an open game, and Arne Slot gave them an open game. But I thought the players should have done much, much better. How are you? As I was telling you before the show, how are you 3-on-3? Like, with all due respect, you're playing against Davinson Sanchez and Abdul Karim. With all due respect, right? Your players should have been on a better quality, in good enough quality to be able to score a 3-on-3. That is not on Arne Slot. Mohamed Salah failing to dribble 3-4 times in a row is on Mohamed Salah. It's not on Arne Slot. Florian Wirtz failing to deliver inside the 18 is on him. Ekitike failing to pass is on him. This is not on the manager. I was thinking, I was watching the game, and I'm like, it's complete. I know that Rak, I know that Sam, I know that Jamie, I know all of you guys slot out, which is fine. I agree with you.
Not Carragher.
But the players have to be held accountable, with all due respect.
Look, ultimately, all of these things are a combination of the players and the manager. Anything that happens on the football pitch will be partly to do with the manager and partly to do with the players, because the manager sets them up and the players have to ultimately execute a plan, whether it be the right plan or the wrong plan.
But he's not going to score the goals. He's not going to make the final pass. It's on the players.
We do lack cutting edge, absolutely. But ultimately, the manager has to get these better performances and better finishes and create. If we
how would he get that? How would he do that?
That's what he's paid to do. He's the manager. He has to come up with the tactics. If we can't score in 3 chances, then he needs to create 5 chances. Then he needs to work out a way to create 7 chances. That's the manager's responsibility.
I don't think so, to be honest. The manager's responsibility is to put the players in the right place for them to execute what was said in the lecture, or what was said and what happened in the training ground. It's not his job to shoot. It's not his job to do that. And by the way, these players are good enough. These players are good enough. These players are good enough at least to score or make the right decisions there. It's not on him. By the way, the same thing for Eddie Howe. Elanga is a donkey. His job is to put Elanga in the right place for him to square it to somebody, make the right decision. For Elanga to make the wrong decision, the manager can bark all the time in someone's ear. If Mohamed Salah keeps trying to dribble one-on-one and keeps losing the ball, it's on Mohamed Salah. The manager needs to bench him. And it was the right decision to actually sub him out. Brimbo didn't do any better.
Yeah, but we also know with the look, every time Mo has come off, whether it's been after a good performance or bad, there's been no communication between him and the manager. There is no relationship there now. Like, there doesn't seem to be any interaction with, even after a good performance. When he's come off and there's no shaking of the hand, there's no dialogue, there's no speaking, there's no nothing. So there's nothing there between him and Mo. That relationship has completely broken down.
Did you work out between you and Cal who's right about Salah and who's right about Virgil van Dijk?
I don't know what happened, because Enz is running a stream about Callum and Osam, and I'm like, what is going on?
I was trying to pick between the Spurs playing Meltdown, and I ended up on coffee.
There is no war. There is nothing. I just went in and I'm like, come on, let's skip the same energy to both these players. So,
what players? About what?
I don't want to do the debate again here. But anyway, I know I was right, because literally 2 streams back to back, we saw it with our own eyes. Van Dijk getting a higher rating than Salah. Today again, he was at the back post for the corner, and he won 1 ground duel at a 3. He had 3 accurate long balls at a 9. He had a lower passing accuracy even than Mo. So no one can say he played better today, and he didn't play better than
no, he didn't. Van Dijk didn't 100%. You're right. He didn't.
Yeah, Van Dijk and Konate got abused all game, literally. But anyway, for me, today's game is not on Arne Slot. It's not. It's on the players. I think the players were pathetic. I'll be honest. I think the players were just so crap, man. I'm just so bored of these players just playing like they don't care. You know, there is no real desire at all. There's no real hunger. You know, there's fans who traveled like half of the continent to go to Turkey to watch that crap right there. So it's just unacceptable. That's just the truth. So there is just no. It's not just everything on Arne Slot. Florian Wirtz within 2 minutes had an empty net, and he just shot it literally wide.
Yeah, that was weird, bro.
And literally 2 minutes later, McAllister slips him through from a Salah pass, and then Wirtz as well shoots it like
Hit the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he was so crap today. Wirtz was our worst player on the pitch. Gravenberch and McAllister got bullied. At least McAllister created a chance. Gravenberch was crap. Szoboszlai, worst game in a Liverpool shirt. Ekitike missed 2 chances he should have scored, the header and the one-on-one. The 2 defenders, I thought Konate was good in the first half. Second half, I have no idea what happened to him. Virgil was bad all game. Joe Gomez was okay in the first half. Second half, I have no idea what happened to him. I don't think Kerkez did anything wrong, and Mamardashvili saved us. So that's the summary of the game right there. Frimpong came on for Salah. He didn't do anything better. For all the whole bench Salah people, it made no difference. I think we have a serious team, a Liverpool fan base of just scapegoating players and no one actually addressing the same thing. It's like Gravenberch will get protected always. It's like Van Dijk will get protected always. Ekitike will get protected always. I'll put it simply to everyone in the chat, regardless who you support, who are all viewers of football YouTube. If Mo missed the one-on-one that Ekitike missed, or he missed the empty net that Wirtz missed, it'll be the end of the world. Yeah, it'll be the end of the world. That's the truth. But of course, they don't get slaughtered, And for me, it's on these players to perform. Listen, I defended against Mo, Florian Wirtz from the start of the stream, from the start of the season. I've been defending Florian Wirtz every single day, and Mo knows this. And we had big arguments about Florian Wirtz. But with all due respect, it's March 11th. It's no longer August 11th or September or October. It's March now. So now, he has to be able to perform, and he's our £100 million signing in the summer for a reason. So he has to perform a lot better than he's currently playing right now. So
I agree with you. I think the team as itself together is finished as the togetherness with this manager. This particular institute, forget Michael Edwards. Everyone from down.
This
collection cannot go forward. It won't go forward because players are gonna lose confidence. They're gonna get worse. Me and Osam were talking about this from the beginning of the season. The more you keep this going, the harder it gets for you to get these players back to their normal level of performances. The likes of Wirtz, the likes of Ekitike, the likes of Konate, Van Dijk. It will be very hard for Liverpool to go back to their normal self. The more this continues, similar for a Spurs, for example. It's gonna be very hard to bring back. By the end of the season, Salah might be done at Liverpool. He might need to go. Gravenberch, by the way, if they don't fix this, Gravenberch, if he keeps playing him, and by the way, Gravenberch today, again, shambolic, terrible, horrific performance in that middle. If you keep playing him there, his future might be very hard for you to get back to even 80% of the Gravenberch that happened last season. And it will be very hard for Liverpool to compete next season.
But the problem with Gravenberch is we saw him really good.
Fantastic.
For 6 months. Last year, the start of the season, second half of the season, he wasn't the same. His first season, he was non-existent, and this season, he's been distinctly average, to put it kindly. So, where is his true level? I had doubts about him, and at the start of last season, I was much more enthusiastic about him because he was getting opportunities. But the problem is, he can't dictate the tempo of a game. He's a runner with the ball. And Mo, we said it the ball moves faster than you can run. We need someone who can pass the ball and dictate the play. We don't have that. We have a runner, and I don't know if we actually need a runner.
So is this like a Galatasaray thing? Is this if he loses and gets knocked out of the Champions League, is that it for Slot?
Yeah, but no, he still has to play City in the Cup. Yeah, but after the international break, it's a City game after the international break.
Do you feel that there's a danger of not sacking him is causing more damage over time?
Maybe we don't know, and I don't know if whatever happens, we're never going to know the opposite. All I know is that long term, I don't think this is salvageable anymore.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
maybe he's going to get to the end of the season. Maybe he's going to get to the end of the season. Maybe not.
Look at some of these players, to be honest with you guys, and I'm like, when I'm watching today, I'm like, McAllister, you are supposed to be the guy that dictates the game because Wirtz is very high on the pitch, right? Gravenberch runs with the ball, as Rack says. Szoboszlai runs around. And then McAllister again today. He's not bad, but he isn't. Okay, we are talking about Liverpool, and that's the thing that I keep telling Hussam from the beginning of the season. Liverpool, with the investment you had and the players you have, should not accept mediocrity. You should not be accepting a player that is, he's all right, he's good. It shouldn't. most of the players, especially the good players at Liverpool, they need to live up to that level or that level. Like McAllister should be able to play at least to 90% of how he played last season, right? Season before he was not great. Like last season, he was very good, by the way, in that midfield. He was very good. And he needs to play at least in that because otherwise, by the way, Szoboszlai, like he's good, he runs around and everything, but Szoboszlai doesn't dictate the game, he doesn't create a lot of chances, he's just a runner, you know what I mean? So you need that guy, and you don't have this guy at your club. And so I'm thinking, do Liverpool need 2 midfielders or 1? Is Wirtz, Szoboszlai, and a DM needed?
I think we might need 3.
Like I'm looking at this and I'm like, just this Liverpool team look lost. The players look like they're not up to the level. This is not the same McAllister. Well, my heart went for Gomez. Gomez trying so hard to play, but again, he's done after the injury. He's not great. Konati's leaving him. He's not good enough. Konati had his world-class season last season. He's not good enough. This Liverpool team is going nowhere. I don't think you're going to challenge next season with this team. You need signings. You need signings. Ekitike, a 1-on-1 that is easier like this. He should have been scoring this and should have been 1-1. And I think he's letting you down lately, actually, Ekitike, which is not a lot of people talk about Ekitike. Gakpo came on, nothing. Mohamed Salah, nothing. I thought, to be honest with you, Kerkez, which is one of the things that I see about Kerkez. He runs around a lot, Kerkez. He isn't great, Kerkez. Like he runs around again. He's the guy like it's up and down, running around. You know, I can hear his voice through the screen in terms of like the energy. But Robertson used to run around but give you in product. Robertson was fantastic in crossing, fantastic in picking up positions. Like even today when he came on, he was better than Kerkez. I'm like, the team has to have someone that does something different than just being average. Like you look at Liverpool, with all due respect. It's an average football team. Average. Just an average football team. All the players, there's no one stands out to tell me that, oh my God, this guy's going to take
crazy, like how so many good players can lose their like shine after just
Why? How?
I still think a lot of these players are actually good. I think just the combination is not working.
Yeah. We have seen it under Jurgen Klopp. Remember, me and Hassam spoken about this when we said that it is impossible that some of the Liverpool players that challenge for the league just suddenly become crap, all of them, like everyone. It's impossible. That doesn't happen in football, right? It's very hard to happen that 13, 14 players lose. You cannot lose the football talent. 13 players lose the football talent in like one couple of months. You know, it doesn't happen. It's impossible.
Do you think it must be something going to come back and win? You're going to hold out?
That's the thing. As bad as this is, the reason why I'm not fully crashing out is because I think we'll beat them at Anfield. There's no away fans allowed as well. I'll be honest with you, if we don't beat Galatasaray at Anfield with only a 1-0 deficit, he needs to go sack him in the tunnel, bro. If we bring Lemina and Davinson Sanchez to Anfield and we can't overturn a 1-0 deficit, they need to sack Slot that night in the tunnel. I don't care what anything else he does. He could finish second. He could win the FA Cup. He could do whatever. Get rid of him that moment, to be honest with you.
I had this thing the other day where I was like, Anfield is so powerful for Liverpool. Like, I almost feel like you guys would be a mid-table club if you didn't have that kind of level of like home support and domination and stuff like that you get there. It really like picks you up. And in this case, it'll keep you going maybe when you want to have a crash and you want to like reset. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
The problem is, like, I agree. I think we'll go. I think we'll do enough to get past Galatasaray. But when I look at how we're playing, I have no confidence that we're going to go any further. As soon as we come up with a team which has got a coherent plan, I think it becomes very, very difficult for us. Maybe we raise our game. Maybe we play more conservatively. Maybe like we did against Arsenal, for example, or something like that, and we change our tactics. But in all likelihood, as soon as we come up against a PSG, a Man City, an Arsenal, I think in general, unfortunately.
So you don't think that this matters if you go through or don't go through? You think you're going to get knocked out in the next round?
The thing is, the times when...
I don't think so. I think you have a chance, even against PSG and Chelsea.
The problem is, Mo, I think that if you're not the best team in Europe, which we quite clearly aren't, you need to be built on strong foundations. You need to have a solid defense.
I have no foundation, not strong. I have no foundation, not weak.
We have
foundation.
no foundations, exactly.
Zero
so that's why
foundation.
I have no confidence we're going to win the Champions League.
Zero, it is zero. Zilch. You have no difference makers on the team. You got no foundation. You got no defensive solidity. You got no tactics. By the way, it's into like you got nothing, bro. You got nothing. I'm just gonna watch Liverpool today.
You got no stadium.
I'm watching Liverpool today. I'm like, it's an end-to-end game, like the 90s. This is an exhibition match that, like, one team wants it so much. Like, you can see Torreira dying. He's ready to cut his fingers just to not let Liverpool. And Liverpool, the quality difference between the two teams is massive, right? So Liverpool will get their chances. And I'm like watching Liverpool. I'm like, no, this team has nothing. This team, they got no fight. You know, you remember the guy, may he rest in peace. You know, the guy that the Chelsea fan that is like, there's no energy. There is nothing going on for Liverpool. The manager is barking on the side for the referee all the time. And I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think the players want to play for the guy, as Sam says on the other day on MHF. He's like, these players don't want to play for this guy anymore. They want him out, but they don't know what to do. And these players don't have it in them to down tools. I don't think that these players down tools, in my opinion.
Well, they want to keep football, right?
Liverpool players, they don't down tools. I don't think they do.
I mean, yeah.
This is not a Man United. This is not. I don't think this type.
Depends what you mean by down tools. Today was a down tools type performance. There was no fight. There was no fight in the team today. We created some chances, sure.
This team is. I think this team, as it stands currently, is finished. It's finito. It's finished. Like, I actually now I got a doubt if Chelsea pick up form, you have an easier run in, but to lose that easy to Galatasaray when you have these chances, what is stopping you from losing to Bournemouth or losing to Crystal Palace or losing to nothing?
Oh, there is a disaster. There's a disaster.
Nothing.
They play Spurs on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like for me, there is nothing stopping Liverpool from losing to any team in the league now.
That is the only game is possible, I think, where both teams can lose at the same time, because it's completely ridiculous. Like, you
can't be losing to Spurs.
No.
Like, I'm like, this team is like, I don't know, bro. And I think some of the players, bro, need to stop having an ego. Like some of these players need to be humble a little bit on the pitch. Like, they need to actually work harder than what they actually do on the pitch. Like Virgil van Dijk, stop being arrogant. Like, Wallah al-Azim, I was listening. I don't know what. I was like, maybe you are one of the best center backs I've seen in the league. You are one of the best center backs. But you have to work harder than this. You can't usher the ball. It's not going to go out. You got to go and get it. You're not going to usher people. Like it's like that tackle that he did when he got the yellow card. That is Van Dijk 101. He's clearing the guy. He's turning on the guy. Liverpool starting an attack. He let the guy body him, turn, kick the ball, then he tackled him. What is this? What are you doing? You have to do the work. People are not going to follow on your feet. And I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. It's sad to see. It's finished. It's done. I don't know what to say more about Liverpool other than they're fucking finished. It's finished. It's finished. Like, the amount of dribbles today people try to dribble at. How is Salah not being able to dribble one-on-one against a fullback that I've never heard of? Like McAllister today, missing simple passes. Like, what is this? Why is Wirtz being again?
Though today's game, if anything, is actually the more like down tools performance.
You guys think the players down tools today? You guys think that the players played?
Performance is a down tools performance.
What do you mean down tools? Like, they didn't play? Like, they didn't give all on the pitch?
They didn't. Today, listen, some of the bro with all the let me do something.
He's so depressed. What is it? I've never seen Osam depressed like this. Wallah al-Azim, haram.
Put me full screen. Let me put myself full screen. Look at this, yeah? Sanchez, Shakir, Singo, Bardakci, Jacobs, Torreira, Lemina, Yilmaz, Sara, Lang, Osimhen. Other than Osimhen, objectively, yeah? Other than Osimhen, which other player would even like get into the squad at Liverpool? Like,
would they even get to Bournemouth? Would even start for a Brentford or a Bournemouth? Nobody
here. Lemina and stuff, bro. Please allow it.
Southampton, right? Lemina
and Davinson. Someone came in my chat today. I got rattled. An Arsenal fan came in my chat today and he
What?
said, Lucas Torreira is cooking. I'm like, the fact that you can even write this comment in 2026, is there anything wrong?
You
my
know,
friend?
you know, he wasn't even good.
Me and you need to make a promise. We should never ever ask the question again. If we win the Champions League, shall he stay or not? We're not winning the Champions League. Get past Galatasaray and don't get embarrassed first and take it from there. 1-0 down.
Yeah. Let me do these couple of super chats. Big up, guys, for the support. World class this, world class that. Just to get dunked on by Lucas Torreira and to have him run things around that Liverpool midfield in big 2026.
Who did I say is world class other than McAllister? That's the only one I called world class. He's had a very bad season, though. By the way, all these like, you know, Blaze and Twinny and all the triggered Chelsea fans, you all think that Caicedo is amazing. If Caicedo starts next season having bad games, just like he's having right now, people's minds will change. This guy's mind changed on the Caicedo Rice debate during the season. You want to know why? Because Caicedo hasn't performed. This is the life.
Yeah,
when
100%.
came in, you guys wouldn't really like. You can't delete all that stuff you've said about your players and seen your players do and all that kind of stuff, right? Like, well, they might be down tooling and for the manager, but it might be hard to recover these players to the level which they obviously were at when you bought them, especially this summer.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. But let me read this. Mikhail, big up Mikhail. Thank you so much for dropping the 20 piece. Appreciate you, Habibi. Thank you so much for this. Salam, Habibi. Watching was depressing. Every player on the pitch was ass, and Slot is a criminal. No Patters, nothing. No Jones or Rio is a crime. I think no Rio is a crime. I swear to God, today no Rio is a crime.
That's
no
crazy.
control in the midfield. Bunch of individuals on the pitch. We ain't winning nothing. Baby, I think you have a bigger problem, Mikhail, than actually winning. If you miss out on Champions League next season, Hussam actually said it on one of his reactions. He said, if you guys miss on Champions League next season, it's a disastrous situation for the club financially because you need a rebuild. You need some of the positions. You need rebuild. They need to be able to attract big names. Without Champions League, Mikhail, with all due respect, it's not going to happen. You won't. Like you won't be able to get it. There is way bigger problem than winning this season. Way bigger problem than winning trophies this season. I don't know what to tell you other than it's depressing. Wallahi, if we lose to Spurs, sell everyone and fold the club. I'll support my local West Ham for vibes.
If we lose to Tottenham Hotspur, Rack himself will tell you, get Slot gone. There is no... Listen, with all due respect, you can be the most positive Liverpool fan in the universe. You can be like, you know, Slot's cousin or his brother or his wife. Slot's wife should be Slot out if we lose to Spurs.
If you lose to Spurs, it's ridiculous. Guys,
no, but there is unacceptable acts. Am I lying? Can you lose to Spurs?
No, of course.
Be funny though. Be funny. Guys, there is almost 800 people in the house and we're not 100 likes. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? You guys have 2 minutes. You guys like 250 votes and 97 likes. So hit that like button. Get this stream to 300 likes. There's 800 people almost in the house. So get the likes up to 300, guys. Support the channel. Hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Big up, my man. Respect Torreira, my GOAT. Remember when Torreira played attacking mid for Arsenal and people wanted Arsenal to win trophies?
Respect my GOAT. The fact that you can say this in 2026 is the biggest problem.
For Liverpool. Sam doesn't know what to say.
Sanchez, he kept a clean sheet today. Wow.
You know the problem is I can't pick anybody from Galatasaray that was magnificent. It wasn't. Mo, you still agree with that fraud that Liverpool are a better football side than us? Brought the stats and got told the fixtures. It's only gets worse, I promise. You still have a problem with the fixtures, Blaze. Like, I don't understand. Like, you have
3 games ago, you drew to Leeds at home after being 2-0 up. The game after that, you drew to Burnley at home after being 1-0 up. And the game after that, you lost to Arsenal. My problem with Chelsea fans like you is, why do you come here like you have some gotcha moment when you also are crap? You are level on points with the worst Liverpool team since Winston Churchill. You know this, right? This is the worst run of form. No, Rax will tell you this. It's actually a true stat. This is the worst run of form we've had since Winston Churchill. And we have the same points as you. So what does that say about you then?
We will fight them in the beaches.
Booger boy, thank you so much for the support and the donation. I appreciate you. I actually think that what Martin said is true. you will need the likes of Wirtz and Ekitike and McAllister and Gravenberch to get back to their level next season, because you're not going to buy 11 players. You can't. It's impossible. You need to buy some players, but you can't buy
11 players.
They can't. It's impossible. They won't. They won't buy 11 players. Like Wirtz, bro. Like, what is this guy doing, bro? Why is he so? I want to say something. Why is he so soft sometimes in football? Why? Why is he so soft? Why is he playing with the fork and knife? Why is he walking on eggshells on the pitch? Like, why is he not getting? Like, why is he like? Without watching Bayern Munich, and Musiala played, and Musiala's like fighting, tackling, putting his like body. You guys know some players, as good as you are, you're stuck in. You know, Wirtz is playing this. It's like fork and knife, you know, like, bro, just get your hands in the rice, bro. Just get your hands in the chicken, play. And I'm like, what is going on, bro? What are you doing?
He looks like late stage Ozil sometimes.
Like, I don't know what is wrong with him, bro. Like, he's like walking on his toes. He's like jumping. He's like Odegaard sometimes for Arsenal, you know, like he's not playing. Yeah, I'm about. It's got to cut the crap. You see the Aston Villa goal that you conceded at the end when Odegaard is like,
focus on the target.
Odegaard's
right?
dancing.
I'm neutral.
Like, seriously, like, I don't understand how the board is still thinking that Arne Slot should be at the club. I just don't know. I don't know.
I just read Mikhail's super chat.
What does he say? I can't even look at myself in the mirror. I'm a bald man, and I'm remind myself of Slot is sickening.
Get this man a wig.
In fact, if we don't get Champions League, it's a disgrace. Allah, big up Mikhail. Allah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mikhail. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It's like you remind yourself of Arne Slot is ridiculous. But I think I'm not sure why he wouldn't play Rio today. I don't know. I don't understand. Why Frimpong didn't start as right back, for example. I don't understand this. He wanted defensive solidity. I don't know. Like
Every
Liverpool
time
are.
Rio play, he looks like he should be playing every game.
Yeah, me too. Apart from one game, like
I can't fix Liverpool.
The thing with
nobody can fix Liverpool.
If the answer is Joe Gomez, you're asking the wrong question, right? Because Joe Gomez will come in and he will do okay, like he's solid sometimes, but he's completely susceptible to a brain fart at any given moment, arguably in a similar way to Konate. But Joe Gomez has always had that in him. He had a couple of seasons where he was good alongside Van Dijk, but he's always liable to make a mistake. We saw numerous mistakes in the second half, just losing concentration, doing stupid things, giving the ball away. He had past tense, all the attributes to become a very competent central defender. Now, yeah, he's a very average fullback who may put in a good performance every now and then, but again, he's
gonna have to play centre back because apparently Van Dijk is out in the return fixture. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah. You gotta.
I don't think so. Second year, they did nothing. Nothing came up.
Davinson Sanchez.
Davinson Sanchez
is out.
No, I think Van Dijk, didn't he get a yellow today?
He did.
Yeah, he did get a yellow. Yeah,
but did he have?
Because
how many
people
yellows
were saying that I don't know if it's true or not. Someone in the chat will let us know. But apparently he's out in the return fixture. I don't know if that's true. Van Dijk got a yellow. I just checked.
He got a yellow for sure, but I don't know how many.
Someone please check, please.
I'm sure they would have mentioned it on TV
right now,
if that was the case.
Can you check? HM, big up, Habibi. For more when Chelsea lose, I laugh. I don't laugh. Actually, analyze Chelsea. I don't laugh. I don't laugh at all. And when Liverpool, what is wrong with Liverpool? When Liverpool lose, here is the difference. You didn't hear me saying that the team is finished, the players are finished, Salah is finished, McAllister is shit. Did you not hear that? I don't understand. Did you not hear this? And I'm not, to be honest with you, I didn't make this show to cook anybody, to be honest with you. I wanted this show to actually talk objectively, you know what I mean, about what happened to Liverpool, talking about Champions League and Arsenal and Man City chances versus the likes of Bayern and PSG and Barcelona. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to cook. I'm not even cooking anything here at all. So I don't know why you're so rattled. Bro, like, I'm going to tell you something. with all due respect to Spurs, guys, I really want Spurs to get relegated. And that club is not a big club. It's just an average football club. That it's just, to be honest with you, I made a mistake and now I corrected it. I came up, what's the point of Spurs? And it's literally the point of Spurs to laugh at them. Literally, I never considered them a big club. They aren't a big club. And we shouldn't treat them as a big club. We should treat them as a mediocre club. That's it.
You said they had a better squad than Arsenal at one point, right?
They did at that time. They were playing fantastic. You remember in the beginning of that season, they were playing fantastic. And by the way, Martin, I still believe that the players, and me and Osam went through this, the players of Spurs, and I don't want to go into Spurs a lot. I don't want to speak about them. They're not worth the time, to be honest with you. Right? I'm going to tell you the reality. Spurs players in isolation, before they remove the white shirt, they are okay players. Xavi Simons, everyone wanted Xavi Simons. PSG, like everyone wanted Xavi Simons, right? You see Romero is an Argentinian international World Cup winner. Isolation, remove Spurs. He has this bozo moment. He isn't a shit defender. Van de Ven, Liverpool wanted Van de Ven. A lot of clubs wanted Van de Ven. Udogi is an Italian international. Pedro Porro. I went through the list, right? Like, Pedro Porro is the starting right back for the Spanish national team. Tom Solanke was a good player. He isn't fantastic, right? Like Matthias Tell was at Bayern Munich. Conor Gallagher was at Atletico Madrid. They have Kulusevski, Madison. You're talking about Bergwijn, was the shining young star from Leeds that shouldn't have gone to Spurs. In isolation, Vicario at some point was spoken about. He's gonna bench Donnarumma for the Italian national team. Because I follow the news, right? Look at Vicario now. I swear to God, Vicario is one of the worst goalkeepers in the Premier League, period. There is no caveat, there's no context, right? I actually think Spurs now are Manchester United 5 years ago times 10 in terms of like the players get worse when they join. Like, I genuinely believe that. And I don't think, like, you remember when people used to say that Man United ruin players? Put that times 10.
Well, I think there's a malaise there that will infect the players, and then I just can't believe that we're seeing the same players that, you know, we're being compared on the same level to the team that's leading the league.
Yes.
You can look all over that squad and go like, yeah, okay, they've got better players than Arsenal in this position, this position, this position, this position. But then when you watch them play, it's like microwave dog shit out there. Like, it's absolutely horrendous.
Microwave. Did you watch the game today?
I flipped between them, but
this is a League One team. I swear to God, what's his name? Wrexham and Mansfield play better than them. What is this? You watched the game today. This is the not even championship level, League One level.
They're so broken.
The Spurs team is ridiculous.
In their head, they're
finished. They're finished, bro. Finished. Yeah. This team needs to get relegated. This club needs a reset. They need to get relegated.
And we had that problem. That's why I can recognize it. And the only way we got rid of it was literally getting rid of all the players that have ever touched this kind of disease, and then starting again. And that's when you're buying 10 players at a time again.
Yeah, listen, I want to move on from this. And I watched all the games today, all the 4 games, to be honest. I wanted to actually ask about the Bayern and Lamine Yamal today and all this Olise today was fantastic. I thought Lamine Yamal was shit today. Basically, St. James's Park is not for everyone. He was shit. I know he scored a penalty. He was shit. Did anybody watching today change who's favorites to win the Champions League? Like, anybody watched the games today and thought, yeah, this Atletico Madrid is better than Barca? Or who do you think are favorite?
I would say Bayern has proved themselves to be favorites. One of the top 2.
Do you know, I didn't realize that Bayern have all these players come back from injuries and the squad depth looks scary, you know? Alphonso Davies, Musiala, Guerrero. Like, they got Goretzka. Like, they got a lot of players coming back from injuries and the squad looks scary now. Like, it is scary.
A $50 million player behind the couch and just be like, oh, wait, I forgot about you. Like, just
exactly this. I was watching them like, what Alphonso Davies? I haven't watched this guy for a while. It was different people playing for you. So for me, I think it's gonna be. I think it's looking like an Arsenal Bayern final. I wouldn't rule out City from this. PSG, we know PSG in the we know. I'm not sure if they're gonna win tomorrow. I actually think Chelsea can actually get the job done against PSG. Actually, 50-50 for me. I swear it's 50-50.
They better because they're the
I swear it's
champions of
50-50 for
world.
me because the second leg is at Stamford Bridge. I think it's 50-50, to be honest with you. But I'm watching today and I'm like, Bayern look levels above Barcelona. Barcelona are absolute bums. I think Arsenal need to want Barcelona, not Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid is tougher. You would want to play Barcelona, not Atletico Madrid, without a shadow of a doubt. I think Yamal today showed absolute garbage today, like, to be honest.
The whole team was so passive. It looked like they were waiting for time and space to magically appear, and Newcastle was like, that's not happening. We're going at least man-to-man on all of your good players. And they didn't look like they had an answer for it at all. That penalty was absolute, like, completely against the run of play. They were pretty crap for 90 minutes, and it didn't look like Flick had a solution. But Newcastle could get behind Barcelona anytime they wanted. So, yeah, I really don't want to face Newcastle in the Champions League. That'd be
really?
It just,
Barcelona are going through. Barcelona are going through, right?
I hope. Because I think
is that something I want to ask everyone? Is that La Liga tax real? Is the La Liga tax real? Listen, I watch Yamal and he's phenomenal football player. But today, bro, Lewis Hall pocketed the guy.
I saw Tonali running around that place like nobody's business. Tonali was like everywhere today.
Joe Linton looked like Pedri.
Yeah.
Pedri looked like Joe Linton. And I'm like, what is happening here? How is Joe Linton dominating these guys? How is Joe Linton look like Prime Zidane in the art of that pitch? And I'm like, what?
If Elanga could make a pass or a cross.
I think the truth is that no team in Europe right now is invincible. Everyone has their negative points. Arsenal are arguably the most solid and maybe not most well-rounded. I think there's definitely questions in attack. But if you've got that defense to build upon, that's pretty solid. But obviously, Arsenal, I don't think you, Martin, would say that Arsenal are complete. There's no complete teams in Europe right now. And so that does make the Champions League potentially more open. If we could string a pass together, we might be in with a shout. But the fact that we can't even do that means that we've got no hope whatsoever. But there are a collection of teams. I still think if everyone plays to their maximum, I think PSG are still the best because they did it last year and they did it to a high level than we've seen in recent years from any other team. But they haven't done it this year either. So I think it's pretty.
No one blowing anyone away. Like,
why is everyone not? Why nobody's like putting City in the picture? I don't understand this. No one is putting City in the picture.
City are in with a chance. City on their day can beat anybody.
No one is saying that. No one thinks that City have a chance.
To go through, like when you look at their fixtures.
Yeah, the running is horrific.
It looks crazy. It looks like, how do you win like Liverpool, Bayern, Real Madrid, Arsenal, like everything all in like a few weeks there. So
I don't think Liverpool is the difficult game.
Well, you never know.
Soul is difficult. Soul is difficult track.
No.
I heard.
Maybe I'm being a bit facetious. I don't know, but yeah.
Liverpool versus City in the FA Cup, that half and half scarves are like sold out already because of the whole City pool thing.
You were talking yesterday on about the quadruple or the triple or multiple competitions for Arsenal after. Sorry, that was today or yesterday after the FA Cup. You're talking about Arsenal because you have to play Southampton in the winner of West Ham and Leeds, right?
I don't know. Was the next bracket resolved? I've seen different things. I saw that
the FA Cup they draw every round, so
they draw every round.
Yeah, so Arsenal will know they will know their next opponent, but they won't know the semi-final or quarter-final.
I think Arsenal are in a shout to actually win multiple trophies, even though they weren't scintillating. Which actually going to set a new.
How are we going to do it? We're going to stink our way.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to set a new. Today. I recorded a video about Arsenal are boring thing again. So I thought this is the end of it. So I wake up today and they're still talking about Arsenal are boring today in the mainstream media everywhere. They asked Henry about it today, actually, again. They asked Henry about it in the studio again about Arsenal boring and the style of play. And is it worse? Is it
would have gone 180 degrees and then 360 and then back? Like they create the problem and then they talk about the problem they created. And then they come back and find someone else who disagrees with what they said before.
Very smart. It's very smart.
Yeah, that's a loop.
But the thing is, ultimately, it doesn't matter, right? Historically, Arsenal are known for playing boring football. But that doesn't matter. It's only the Wenger period where they played scintillating, beautiful, what's it called? an orchestra, as Klopp called it.
I didn't watch Arsenal before Wenger, so I have no idea.
George Graham,
I only know two
okay.
Arsenals: Wenger Arsenal and the current Arsenal. So I don't know anything.
George Graham, they won two league titles. Football was awful. Bruce Rioch, football was awful. He got sacked. When Arsene Wenger came, he changed it. When Unai Emery came afterwards, it was rubbish again. And it's not super entertaining, but it doesn't matter, especially for Arsenal right now. When you're in this kind of trophy drought, it doesn't matter right now. Arsenal need to get over the line. If they get over the line, then everything else will pale into insignificance.
I think people are going to put themselves in a position where they end up looking ridiculous for the stuff they're saying, just to try and minimize what we're doing. And
the problem is, guys, if Arsenal don't win, okay, so to be honest with you, here is the problem that is going to happen, right?
Yeah.
If Arsenal win the Premier League, but they lose the cup final and they don't win the Champions League or something, people are going to say, well, if you play better football, you might have a chance to win multiple trophies, right? That's what people will say. I think that Arsenal will win the Premier League, especially after the draw of City. Right? City have a horrific draw and a horrific run of fixtures, right? I think that it will increase. But I think that I think that Arsenal are not scintillating, right? But I don't think that Arsenal should be scintillating. Like I was saying in the video, Arsenal should not play better for people to score goals. Like it's not like Arsenal should not open up for people to score goals. That is not Arsenal's job to do on the pitch. Arsenal's job is to win the football matches.
Can we talk about that Brighton game? Like we scored a goal after 9 minutes, and then people want us to go out and attack and give Brighton a chance to score against us. But when you've got a lead away from home, like it doesn't make sense to open up and really like create.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, and I can ask. So who plays good football in the league? That people keep telling me that. People like it's not telling me like every time I'm opening YouTube and I'm opening the media, everyone keep telling people that Arsenal need to play better football. Arsenal need to play good football. So can someone pinpoint who plays good that good football in the league? Who does? Like who is the team that Arsenal should resemble in the league? Is it Chelsea, for example? Is it that the Chelsea play good football? To Liverpool, like Arne spoken about the good football and then.
Honestly, it's Wolves.
It's like the guy spoken about good football and then he stunk up the pitch against Wolves because he's spoken about the good football in the press conference and then he played that brand of football again. Like who's playing good football? Like who's the team in the league that is the benchmark that Arsenal or anybody should resemble? Like, can someone tell me? Is it Brighton? They have 3 wins in 16 games, by the way, Brighton in the league.
Chelsea fans would say Chelsea.
Chelsea play good football?
I think they believe so.
Did you watch Chelsea play against City at the Etihad when they drew 1-1? Did you watch Chelsea play against Arsenal? Is that good football? Is that how good football is? Did you watch Chelsea corners?
Football looks like anymore. I actually don't know the definitions of it. It used to be like, do you make a lot of passes and have a lot of possession? That was kind of the framework. But now it's like no one has that opportunity to do that. So it's almost like who gets the most shots or something, or who's got the highest XG differential is more important than anything else, right? So, do
Man City play good football? Does anybody sit and watch Man City and they're like, this is scintillating, this is entertaining? Does anybody watch?
I think City play pretty patterns, but they don't have the same pace. They don't inject the same aggressiveness that the prime Pep teams had. They still have it when you have a player like Haaland, who's able to inject some pace into a game, and someone who can give him the ball, then yeah, it can be entertaining. I would say, generally speaking, they're more entertaining than Arsenal. But like, if Arsenal win the league, it doesn't matter, and they shouldn't care.
So should Arsenal? So I'll ask a question: should Arsenal do the same as City and open up against Forest and actually concede the goals and actually draw the games? Is that should Arsenal open up against Spurs as City did and draw the game, or against Chelsea? Is that how people want the football?
Arsenal should do whatever they think works for them. That's what
I don't think
Arsenal's main thing is winning.
Arsenal open up, they'll drop points though.
Yeah,
like that's the thing.
What?
Like. Okay, I give you an example. Arsenal are 2-0 up against Wolves. If they opened up, they would score the third 100% and score the fourth and score the fifth.
But Arsenal opened up against Brentford and Brentford almost scored the second one. Like they had, which is it. By the way, it is a question.
So shall I bring up the picture again? Shall I bring up?
Yeah. Yeah, but also what's his name? Igor Thiago. Igor Thiago had a chance because Arsenal were opened up. Arsenal were opening up.
You're also
But we
using
don't
another
have the attackers to like
when you talk about who's playing good football in the league, City's playing good football, Brighton's playing good football. You know, none of the big sides. Man United don't play good football now. Chelsea sometimes play good football. Not bad. They're not bad to watch. So, but at the end of the day, look, here's the thing: football at the end of the day, from our perspective, is about winning. If they win this season, the Premier League, it doesn't matter if they're entertaining or not. That's the truth. I was asked earlier on today, and I know there's a super chat as well who asks about Bayern Munich and have we changed our mind and blah blah blah.
Yeah. So JT said, did Bayern performance today change everyone's mind?
Yeah, watch along. Big up. Someone sent me a super chat. He's like, tell me your prediction. Who wins the Prem, the Carabao, the FA, blah blah blah. I said City win the FA Cup. I think Arsenal win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, and I think Bayern win the Champions League. I think Bayern have the most complete team, in my opinion. I think they have a complete team. I think they have a ready-made team from goalkeeper to striker with difference makers in the Champions League that I think eventually will make a massive difference to them.
Multiple difference makers. Yeah.
Real Madrid, I know we have lost today, but I think eventually we'll beat Galatasaray. I think Chelsea PSG is 50-50. I don't know who wins that one. But whichever wins from Chelsea PSG will 100% lose to Bayern in the semis. And then I think Bayern will beat whoever comes out the other side. Because I think Bayern are just so ready. Like, you even watch like the Bayern goals. You also watch like the way that they set up, the way that they build up. You watch the quality they have on the pitch. You watch how Olise can change the game in a moment. For me, Bayern are the most ready to win the Champions League.
Well, it's also so easy for them to keep confidence. Like you go home to Bundesliga, you smash someone 6-0, you go back to the next game. And you don't have bad form. You don't have to play against Wolves that are desperate for relegation. There's lots of things there. And I wanted to go back on the point you were saying about Arsenal. The reason why we don't go all-out attack is, have you seen our attackers? Like, do you want Martinelli and Trossard and Madueke? Like, I went back and looked at Arsenal 0-1, and it was Pires, Henry, Bergkamp, Wiltord. Like, there's just stars everywhere, and there's attacking play, and it's just crazy. We don't do that anymore, and it's just a factor of we don't have that quality up in the attack to really go all out attack. There's just no real risk reward there.
I thought you have attackers. I thought you have attackers. I thought you have attackers.
We have attackers, but they're not the best.
Is it today? Let me give you. Is Eucharist better than Jackson?
Oh, that's a really horrible comparison.
Okay.
Jackson is probably better at most things than Gyökeres, except shooting.
Okay. What about Olise and Saka, for example?
I would still say Saka's my first choice, but I'd say most people disagree.
Luis Diaz was a player in the league. Luis Diaz was an average player apart from his first 6 months at Liverpool before he got injured. Average player.
Average is a bit harsh, Mark.
What I mean by average for big teams. Average for big teams. What I mean by that, he wasn't Olise, he wasn't Yamal, he wasn't Rafinha for Barcelona. He wasn't that guy. You know what I mean? He was okay for Liverpool. Like, you guys, you were okay with Luis Diaz going 2 years in a row. Listen, I chose Osam every day. He was like, yeah, if we get the right money for Diaz, I'm okay to replace him with someone else. He's not exceptional. He's not an exception. Like, he's not a player that you would think, this guy's going to win me multiple matches. I still remember the miss he did against City. It's like a one-on-one. Like, he has had to, like, Serge Gnabry or Odegaard
go and get from history and put him in this team, and he would be our best attacker, and he was our fifth best attacker back in those times. And I don't think anyone thinks any of Arsenal attackers are world class, or have ever suggested it. Like, the Saka one was the only question mark. Everyone
but can I tell you the difference between Saka and Olise today? So I saw today Olise. Here's the difference, and I don't know if this is on who, right? I don't know if this is on who, guys, right? Because maybe it might be on Arteta and the system and how tough the Premier League is. The confidence of Olise is right here. Like, the guy can just go on the left foot and shoot. Number one, the Bayern Munich players, all of them take risks. All of them. They pass the ball for the 50-50. Like, what I mean by this, they see a run, they pass the ball, hoping that it will reach the teammate on their stride. The teams in the Premier League don't do this. They don't take a lot of risks. You don't take a lot of risks. Saka don't take a lot of risks by shooting from outside the 18, just like this. Like, Olise would shoot and it would get blocked, and he would shoot again and get blocked, and the third one would go on target. Arsenal don't do that. You don't take a lot of risks, right? You don't. Today, for example, Serge Gnabry today, at the age of 18, let me whack one. One goes in the post, one goes on the target. You know what I mean? Like he would do these things. Like for example, they dribble, they get dispossessed, they dribble again.
I think
they try again.
What can stop Bayern Munich is Man City. I'll be honest.
Man City?
Yes, in the next. I think that's the only one that can stop. If they get past City, I think they're winning it all. I'll be honest with you.
Why? So why would you pick them? Why would you pick them in one game against Arsenal if Arsenal beat them before? Champions League would be after the league is done. It would be a week after.
In a final, and the fact that Arsenal are going for all comps and stuff, the Premier League is a lot more difficult and more physical to deal with than the Bundesliga. Like Bayern might have won the Bundesliga by game week 31 already. They can literally just rest their way through the last 5 game weeks and just take the Champions League seriously. This is the reality that a lot of people don't understand as well. The same thing PSG did last season, by the way. If you guys remember, towards the end of the year when you were going for the title, they rested a lot of their players, and Inter weren't able to rest a lot of their players, and they ended up winning. So
I still think that they're an unknown to Arsenal. Almost playing against Premier League teams for Bayern, I think is a bit hard. I would rather play Bayern than Man City in the final if it comes to that. Just because Man City know us so well, and we know that they have threat everywhere, and it's just they're more an enemy. Bayern might be surprised by things we do, in which way City might not. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're not.
I think it's harder to break you.
I still think. And it was a year ago, so we have to put that in context. And maybe they haven't been anywhere near as impressive this season. But I still think when the crunch games come, Enrique will get the guys up. If he has his players fit, I think he has enough as a manager, and the players still have something to give. I think if they play their best, they're better than everybody else.
Well, they got
whether they can get there or not. I
actually disagree with this. I disagree with it. What happened last season is hard to actually. I watched Bayern Munich, and I think Bayern Munich are better than PSG. They're more solid. They're more solid. Also Bayern Munich have more depth. You watch their left back. There's Lemina, there is Rafael Guerreiro, there is Alphonso Davies. There is plenty of players. The Goretzka on the bench. They have Musiala now back. They got Harry Kane didn't play even today. They got a lot of depth, Bayern Munich. So there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of changes that you can make for Bayern Munich, and the system changes. I think Vincent Kompany has a magnificent team, and he can change things by making one sub. Musiala is different than Goretzka. Is different than Serge Gnabry. Luis Diaz is different player than Musiala on the left. While I watch PSG, as you say, it's one way of playing. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not working.
Bayern may have a broader range of tools, but I think if PSG play to their maximum, their tools are more dangerous. I see what they did last season, and I think they're the best team that's won the Champions League in the last few seasons for sure. I haven't seen anything this season that compares to that PSG. Again, with the caveat that was a year ago. Whether they still have it, whether they still have the hunger, remains to be seen, and they haven't shown it this season. But if it comes down to it, I still think it's there because they have so many good players.
The good thing for me is we only have to face one of these teams, right? They have to really go hammer and tongs, and we can only get one of Bayern or Man City or Chelsea or PSG. I think PSG could be knocked out before they get into any kind of form. If Chelsea show up and give them a game and don't stuff it, that might be great for the rest of us. And Bayern's the kind of team that is, I think Arsenal's well built to play against. So, I bring it on because we really enjoy.
Are we ruling out Atletico Madrid or Barcelona to be Arsenal? Is that something that people see happening?
I'm not afraid of Atletico.
The thing that I don't understand, the way Mo is speaking, Arsenal are undefeated. They've lost 3 times already this season.
Just 3 times.
They've lost
just 3.
They've lost. What I would say is, what I saw from Barcelona today.
Tell me, who else have Arsenal lost? 1 second. Who else have Arsenal lost to? Who?
Aston Villa. They lost Villa, United, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Villa, United, Liverpool. Okay, so what's stopping Bayern from beating them?
None of these teams resemble what Barcelona or Atletico. Only Atletico Madrid resemble what Manchester. Atletico Madrid can play exact same play
in Europe that can unlock the Arsenal defense. It's the Barca front line.
Not after today.
If you,
Have you watched him
but
today?
they
Have
did
you watched him
they did this
today?
last year. Remember last year when we watched the same thing with Barcelona and what was the team they played
Inter.
before Inter? Who did they play? Wasn't it Dortmund? When even Dortmund had chances against them and stuff. But here's the thing: you need to
They were
understand,
lucky, Habibi. Barcelona were lucky.
Arsenal forwards are not lethal. Keep this in mind.
But we only need one goal, and we can score from anyone. Doesn't need to be the forward. So you know.
No, you don't. No, you don't only need one goal because the Barcelona front line can have a moment change any moment. In any second, they can change the game. That's the truth. Specifically in a one game off scenario as well. Lamine Yamal as well is a player that's played like Euro finals and he's been part of big games, Copa del Rey final, everything. That's the thing. So
it was men against boys out there today. It looked like, you know, there's all this stuff about what Barca can do if you give them enough time and space, but they really did nothing. I think it was one shot on target for the first 70, 80 minutes.
They were dog shit, Sam. They were dog shit against Newcastle. Like the forward line was terrible against Newcastle. Like terrible. Like Lamine Yamal couldn't get past Lewis Hall. Like just one-on-one, simple things. And I'm like, what happened to this guy? He used to like be terrorizing everybody.
When Rafinha's got no brain, I don't know, like what's his problem? But there's nothing scary there. And even Lewandowski's like, you know, you might get one crazy goal out of him, but he's not scaring anyone these days.
I actually think Atletico Madrid will knock out Barcelona actually in this competition. I actually believe so. I believe they will knock them out. Now off topic, if you can pick one.
If you watch today's performance, Barcelona's performance against Newcastle today, I don't think there are many of the top clubs that should be scared of that. Obviously, can they raise their game? Absolutely. Have they got a sensational front line? Potentially, yes. But based on today's performance, it was far from convincing. But I expect them to batter Newcastle in the return leg. So maybe today's may just be an anomaly.
If Arsenal have someone to actually play the passes that Trippier or Tonali were playing today, which is supposed to be an Odegaard, right? Arsenal will have a field day against that high line today. Halfway line, high line. The problem is the Arsenal forwards are, apart from Saka, are just same as Elanga, the donkeys. Like Martinelli's a donkey, like Madueke is a donkey. Like I'm just being honest. Decision making is his donkeys, bro. I know that you love Martinelli, bro.
Hey, just because I don't want to sell a player doesn't mean that they're like I'm in love with them. All right, everyone. Like I saw someone commenting, "Oh, how can you say that about Martinelli when you were defending the day?" It's possible to have a position in between selling them.
That's true. That's true, Martin. But you are in love with him.
yeah.
Like he's like the decision making. However, yeah, people keep saying that he's in the Champions League different, not different, blah blah blah. It's all about the decision making. Elanga today. If Elanga has brains, you can took the ball 3-0, bro. Like the guy has no brain. I'm convinced. God gave the guy everything as like quickness, and you know what I mean. He made him a footballer. Like it's no brain, bro. Like the guy.
He had the ball from halfway, and you could just see the pass across that he could have done for like 30 seconds, and then he waits to the last second and passes it to the keeper. It's like you could see it happening. I don't know.
Like he's so bad, you know. Like off topic. If you can pick one player from the top 5 teams in league, who would you pick? Mo, join in. Let's be real. We will be Stoke if we will all be Stoke if you win. If you pick one player from top 5 leagues, who would you pick? I would pick
one from each team.
No, exactly.
There's one player from top 5 teams.
From top 5 teams. I'll pick one player. For me, I'll pick Harry Kane in the day of the week. I'll pick Harry Kane. Today, I'll pick Harry Kane.
It's in the league. It's in the league, man. Huh? It's in the league.
I don't understand what that means.
Top 5 in the Premier League. Pick one player that you would take. Top 5.
From top 5 in the Premier League?
Champions League.
It says in league. I don't know.
It's in league, yeah.
In league? In the Premier League.
Arsenal, I take Declan Rice.
No, but he doesn't. He just want one player, not from each team. Just one player. I'll take Erling Haaland.
Oh, one player from every league. Ah, okay.
No.
League A, Desiree Doué.
No.
This is very confusing.
La Liga, Lamine Yamal.
Guys, he wants one player from all the top 5 teams. That's Premier it. League. One from all the 5 teams in the league, in the Premier League. One player you would pick.
Arsenal, City, Chelsea, What
Yeah,
about
like
you,
just
Brandon?
one player, one name
I'll
only.
probably say Declan Rice then.
Right?
What do we need? We need someone who's solid and who can pass the ball in central midfield. At the same time, at the same time, if you have someone like Haaland, just his sheer presence, he will get you goals one way or the other. It's not going to be pretty, but he's a killer.
Mikhail, I'll pick Martinelli. Martinelli.
I'm going to take Caicedo just to see the tears.
No, for me, if I'll take one player, I'll take Erling Haaland. Bayern back five wouldn't start for Banter Arsenal. That's not true, actually. Alphonso Davies is fantastic. That's actually not true. Their back line look not bad. Jonathan Tah is not that bad.
That's not an Arsenal fullback, right? Mikel Arteta likes his fullbacks. He wants centre backs as fullbacks.
Maybe he means their back five would start as our attackers.
Oh,
attackers aren't that bad.
Yeah.
No.
For me, I'm still between like I think that their team is good. Bayern. I still think that Arsenal. It will be a good game between Arsenal and Bayern Munich. I think it will be a very, very good match. I don't think it will be a full-on conclusion. I want to see Arsenal play Bayern.
Number like that. Like I feel like Company. It feels like he's like the apprentice below Pep after Pep Arteta Company. Anyway, the way he talks about Arteta was very glowing, and the way he talks about our team and the way the German media talks about us seems like they respect us.
Last part. I want to ask: do you guys think Chelsea will go past PSG? A lot of Chelsea fans are confident. I got KG yesterday on my show. He's like confident they're going to go past PSG. Like confident.
That game is a 50-50. I'll be honest. Chelsea can do it. It's not impossible.
Damn.
I think they're going to. I think they're going to.
It's not. It's really not impossible. They can.
PSG just lost to Monaco. They're not doing very well. I think they're not like. They're barely winning Liga at the moment, right? I think Lens is only a few points behind them. So I don't know. They're not doing as well as they should, and hopefully they don't find form against Chelsea because then they could destroy the rest of us. But I would like Chelsea to take down PSG and Man City and help us out. That'd be great.
Really, I think Chelsea can do it if it depends on how solid they are defensively. Liam Rosenior comes with the right plan. I think they can do it. They can get past PSG. We're gonna see PSG, Chelsea in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, like back in the days. I love it. I want to see that. Run it back. That would be fantastic. Run it back. Chelsea back in the quarterfinal of the Champions League.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not even doubting the first game. I'm just talking about the second game. Enrique is the type of coach that I think he can tactically adjust for Chelsea in the second game. That's the thing. Like, even though Chelsea can go to Paris, I think Chelsea can go to Paris on like on a surprise thing and win like 2-1. But then can Enrique's experience beat Rossanier like in the return leg? That's what we have.
The return leg is at the bridge, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You think they can beat them at the bridge?
I think this Chelsea PSG thing is a 50-50. I don't think that like any of them are guaranteed to win it.
Who would you rather face?
Who would I rather face?
We know that most likely Liverpool. We're not in the competition.
I wish you.
We know. You know, most likely Liverpool will go through against Galatasaray. Who would you rather face, PSG or Chelsea?
Chelsea. I'd rather face.
I'd rather face PSG.
Why would you rather face Chelsea, Rack?
Because if PSG play to their potential, they're one of the best teams in Europe, if not the best. And I don't think Chelsea are that level. I think Chelsea are pretty close to us, and I think over two legs we can potentially beat them. But
I'd rather face PSG and park the bus, and then hit on the counter attack. Chelsea are
we haven't got Harvey Elliott this time.
I hate playing teams that are similar level to us. I'd rather actually face better teams.
You might have a point.
Have you seen those Chelsea fans out there that are like freaking out on TikTok and stuff about maybe they're going to have to face Arsenal again in the
As the first, let's get through Galatasaray. If this guy loses to Galatasaray, bro, I'm telling you right now, Rax, brother, Spurs and Galatasaray, we lose these next 2 games, you know he should get sacked in the tunnel. Don't even try. I know you like to take a positive spin on things, but there is nothing positive to say. Literally nothing.
I agree, man. I agree.
There's nothing. Guys, can we get the likes? Can we get to 300? Listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us, of course, here on this show. It's a quick show. Don Hussam channel. Go and watch Hussam's reaction after today. Just go and check it out. Go and watch Hussam's reaction after the game today. You're going to be entertained. It's going to be fun. Just go and watch it. Don Hussam's channel, of course, in the description if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you guys are new, of course. I'll see you tomorrow in the afternoon, of course, on the Football Terrace at 2:30 p.m. UK time, and at 4 on my channel with Ashraf, Quest, Kilk, and Jamie Phillips. We'll talk about the Champions League as well. We'll talk about the league and everything. Thank you, Martin, for joining us. Mikhail, thank you so much for the support. Please, not PSG. Slut won't stop talking about them. Yeah, the guy's obsessed with PSG, without a shadow of a doubt, my man. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's obsessed with PSG. Thank you, Rak, for joining us. You guys are going to go through. It's nothing. Martin, appreciate you. Good luck tomorrow.
I swear you're saying this because you're trying to curse us. You're just saying this.
Man. I believe it.
No, I'll tell you why.
Have you seen Galatasaray against Juventus? Have you seen Galatasaray against Juventus? Juventus should have gone through. By
There's another thing as well. You need to understand something, Rax. For content, it's better if Liverpool win.
You guys better beat Spurs, man. Like if you guys,
PSG, that's content right there. Galatasaray, PSG. Imagine PSG win and Galatasaray win. Who cares?
Yeah. But if you like give Spurs 3 points and stop them getting relegated, I don't think I'll forgive you.
Yeah, wallah, I would never forget you, Osam. If you guys give Spurs 3 points,
I like how they're blaming me.
You know what?
Like, we're on
you know what? You guys need to like sign a letter to the club or something. Do anything, but don't lose. Win against Spurs, bro. Like,
we already agree with that, though. You can't lose to Spurs.
You can't lose to Spurs. Listen, this is gonna take you guys to Tariq Patterson, of course. He's live right now. Tariq is a City fan. Go and support Tariq. Hit that like button before you guys go. Thank you for the support. I will see you guys later, and we're out of here, people.